Welcome to part 52 of the book of Revelations. And this is April the 6th, 2024, by man's calendar. You know, man has changed a lot of things. Everybody keeps waiting for the days to be shorter. or to be shortened, and so forth, because they don't understand that scripture. They don't understand that's already happened. You go by 12-hour days now, whereas the Jews, years ago when the Bible, well, not just the Jews, it's the way that the Bible was written. The Bible, not just the Jews. Mankind at that time. This is what y'all fail to understand. Mankind at that time, their day was from sunset to sunset. It started the sunset of the day that you are in. It would end sunset the next day, because the new day would begin at sunset. But that's not how people do it anymore. Now the day begins at sunrise, and you consider over at sunset. 12-hour day, 12-hour day. And then you got your night. Y'all don't look at things with any kind of biblical perspective. Not really. Most people don't. You do not look at things with biblical perspective. But I want to jump back into the book of Revelations now. And back to where I was, chapter 14, verse 7. Saying with a loud voice, fear God. Now this is the angel that's flying over with the everlasting gospel to preach, telling people to fear God and give glory to Him. That's Jesus. For the hour of... Now listen what this angel's telling them. For the hour of His judgment is come. And worship Him that made heaven and earth and sea and fountains of waters. And I've been trying to tell you all this. And to do these things. But you want to argue like you know everything, when in truth you know nothing. Why? Because you never sought God for it. You sought man for it. Don't say, well, I went to university such and such and learned the Bible. That did you about as much good as going out to the old outhouse out back. You'd probably learn more in the outhouse out back. Because them men's universities don't have nothing but man's knowledge in them. That's doctrines of devils. Now, And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. What is that? That's the wine of her wrath, which is anger. And fornication means unfaithfulness. That means to God. So who is Babylon? I'm waiting. Giving you time to think on that one. A lot of people says it's America. A lot of people says it's the Vatican in Rome. There's a lot of up and ups about this. But you got to understand what's being said here. This nation made all nations drink the wine. In other words, she gave them to drink of her sin. And they drank it. Stop trying to teach that America is the only Babylon. Because it's not. And those lies that are coming out the Vatican are going to get you in a lot of trouble. Trying to spread such falsehoods. America may set upon many waters. But the great harlot church is the one who has been unfaithful to God. And you know it. You serve idols. And you pray to angels. Because you think you have that authority to talk with them and ask them to do you favors. You are not God. They serve God, not you. God may give them charge over you to protect you and keep you in all of your ways if you're His. But you're not to pray to them or to give them glory. And they won't take it if they're His. Only devils want God's glory for themselves. Only devils. Now, I do nothing in and of myself. I know I'm a weak, puny thing that could do nothing, and I have no knowledge except for what the Lord gives me. All glory goes to Him. All glory. It doesn't matter who I am or what my new name is. Because without Him, that new name means nothing. All glory to Jesus, the risen King. Who's teaching the nations to worship whoever you want? Do whatever you want. Look at all these towers built, and I'm not just talking about the 5G towers. I wasn't even talking about them. I meant these big old buildings that y'all built, like the Tower of Babel. But speaking of 5G, those count too. Because those are a part of it. Those are a part of building Babylon and giving them power to give life to the image of the beast through that system. Without it, they can't do that. And they keep y'all so hooked on TV and video games. We live in a generation right now, children today don't even go outside and play. Don't know what it's like to be outside, really, most of them. Hardly at all. And they don't like it. They'd rather be inside on their phone or tablet. Because that's what you have done. You've turned them into these little gigabytes. Instead of teaching them about God, His creation, what He did, what He built. You have not showed them the world God made. And help them to understand that God formed all of this. Jesus Himself did this. We were not just a burp or a fart in space. Big Bang. Those were ideas from the devil. Just like these devices I'm talking about. And things. Modernism is pulling man away from God more every day. But anyways, getting on back into this. Verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, and I've been telling y'all this, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in their forehead or in their hand, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. Now listen, who's going to be present for this. So y'all are neglecting this. Keep trying to tell you this is why I'm here. The same shall drink the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels. In the presence of the holy angels. And in the presence of the Lamb, that is the Lord. This is getting ready to occur. Y'all can see these things when you look around. I will see you in the next part.